NBC News, this is Today with Lester Holt and Erica Hill.
As if being in labor isn't dramatic enough for most couples, imagine being in labor during a hurricane. And by the way, the bridge you need to take to get to the hospital is underwater. Happened to one woman in North Carolina. The Weather Channel's Dave Malkoff has her story.
As a Category 2 hurricane was slamming into the East Coast, police radio started blaring with reports of downed power lines, flooded homes, and this.
Medical call Charlie, have a female in labor in a vehicle.
The power of this hurricane! This was the only bridge to the hospital for Wendy Garcia, and she was a week overdue.
It looked like waves in there and stuff. It looked bad.
I don't believe Station 5 will be able to respond. It's impassable at this time.
Where's the water? Where's the flooding on the road there?
And when we got over there, we were like the first ones in there, and the road was closed.
Where is she?
Right back in that truck right there.
Right back here?
With a 5-ton in case they need to get across.
There was that big truck right there.
A little too tall for a 4'11" pregnant lady. That's why one first responder took a knee.
And I stepped on his back to get in the truck because it was so tall and stuff.
Well, there she goes.
I was thinking, did my husband get in the truck too, or is it just me by myself in here?
She wasn't. Her family was in the back. Wendy rode up front.
It's quite a story.
And an incredible story coming out of Manteo, North Carolina.
The story actually got to the hospital before little Milan Garcia Flores came into this wild world.
The doctor comes in and he's like, did you know you're famous? And I'm like, why?
The warnings were out, the evacuation orders were out. You have to realize when there's a hurricane, you have a chance of getting cut off from the mainland.
And since I was overdue, I was thinking about that and I was kind of scared already.
Look at that.
I never really crossed water like that before.
It all worked out, though, when she got to the other side.
It's like the first moment they put him on top of me, he looked at me and I looked at him, and it was, I guess, the best part ever.
This water level is supposed to be down here. The hurricane pushed it all the way up here and over the bridge. That is one powerful storm surge, and that is one lucky little boy. For Today, Dave Malkoff on the North Carolina Outer Banks.
She's got a story to tell.
Yes, she does. She will remember that one. That poor child's going to hear that story.
Did I ever tell you about the time here?
Still to come this morning, there are still technically about 3 weeks left to summer, but if you're out